Thank you for listening in to the March video blog. I'm Mike Halligan, CEO for God's Pantry Food Bank, and the month of March is important in two regards. One, it's National Women's History Month, and it's also National Nutrition Month. And we'll take a couple minutes to talk about the impact of an important woman in the formation of God's Pantry Food Bank, and also about how we address nutrition to those who are experiencing hunger. One woman who has made a tremendous impact on central and eastern Kentucky is Mim Hunt. Mim had a vision 66 years ago to address hunger in her beloved hometown and to make a difference in the lives of Lexingtonians. She set out to feed those who were hungry from the basement of her home, using a station wagon, gathering food, and distributing that food directly to those who were in need. Her legacy is God's Pantry Food Bank, and we are so grateful for Mim's vision. The impact of Mim's early work led to God's Pantry Food Bank. Today, 50 counties, 16,000 square miles, 15 trucks delivering food over 250,000 miles of driving a year to 250,000 people who are at risk of hunger. The vision of one person, one woman, Mim Hunt, has impacted hundreds of thousands of lives over the last 66 years, and we will continue to honor her vision and her insights for as long as we need to do this work. As I mentioned a minute ago, not only is March National Women's History Month, but it's also National Nutrition Month. One of the things that is really important for the work that God's Pantry Food Bank does is to ensure that we are delivering all of the components to make nutritious meals. Not only are folks experiencing hunger, but oftentimes the nutritional value of food that's available to them is very limited. So we focus a lot of attention and a lot of energy on gathering and distributing foods that are lacking from a person's diet when they are experiencing hunger. One critically important component of the food gathering work that we do is around fresh produce. Last year we distributed about 43 million pounds of food. 14 million of that was fresh produce, approximately 33% of what we do. And fresh produce is such an important part of nutritional need. Fresh apples, citrus, all kinds of vegetables, corn, green beans, and so on, potatoes. It's a critically important part of what we do to ensure that not only are people fed, but they are fed with nutritious produce to help with their dietary needs. A second area of focus on nutritional need is that of meat protein. Meat protein is very expensive, and often folks that are food insecure have little or no economic resources to be able to purchase meat protein. We work with the Kentucky Department of Agriculture, the Beef Council, the Pork Council, many grocery stores, and many manufacturers to obtain meat protein. In fact, just this week, we received a truckload of ham from Smithfield Food. Just one example of the work that we do to gather and distribute meat protein for those who are hungry. Dairy is another nutritional category that we are often asked to provide to those who are hungry, particularly fluid milk. We work with Dairy Alliance, the National Dairy Council, and the United States Department of Agriculture to be able to build a large dairy program over the last couple of years. There are 3 dairies here in central and eastern Kentucky: Prairie Farms in Somerset, Borden in London, and Winchester Farms over in Winchester, that all help us gather and distribute milk to those who are experiencing hunger and who need to have dairy as part of their diet. So as you can see, nutrition and the nutritional content of food that we distribute is really important. And we try to do this across all of our programs. Our backpack programs, our kids cafes, our summer and after school meal programs, our traditional pantry programs, our school-based pantry programs, our CSFP distributions for seniors, and all of the other programs that we use to distribute food to those in need. Nutrition cuts across all of those programs. It's an important part of what we do. I'd like to wrap with two events that are going on right now. The first is Chili Wars. Chili Wars is scheduled to end today. We've been doing a virtual food drive in lieu of the event gathering that we normally do. If you've not yet had an opportunity to make a donation to support our regional distribution center in Rowan County, this would be an excellent time to go online and to make your donation through the virtual food drive that supports our Chili Wars event. I also want to take a moment to recognize another event that's going on now through March 15th. The Legal Food Frenzy is an opportunity for law firms and legal organizations to make an impact on hunger by gathering financial contributions and donating those financial contributions to food banks all across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And we are so looking forward to seeing who the winner is come the middle of March. On behalf of God's Pantry Food Bank and 250,000 people who are food insecure across central and eastern Kentucky, and in light of the weather and the storms and all of the unexpected events that have impacted the lives of so many over the last 3 weeks, I want to thank you for your engagement. Thank you for your support. We could not do this work without you, and we are so grateful that you are part of the team that makes a difference in the lives of those who are hungry. Thank you.